Good afternoon, everybody out there. This is Arjax coming at you with another Let's Play World of Warcraft video. So this last week has been really difficult for me as far as time goes, and thus nobody's seen me on World of Warcraft, and I've completely abandoned making videos for the last week. It actually took me quite a bit of time to just go through all of my other World of Warcraft characters and get up to date with running. Oh crud! I'm not all right. And get up to date with all of my mail and going through there. So what's happened in the last week? Not much other than life. Ton of work, tons of stuff to get done at work, then a ton of homework, and thus you have me not playing World of Warcraft. And holy cow, did I miss playing World of Warcraft. Something else that honestly has been eating up some of my free time is been playing Battlefield 4. Not that it eats up so much of my time I can't play World of Warcraft, but if I have like an extra 20 minutes, I'll hop on there as opposed to playing World of Warcraft, because if I hop on World of Warcraft, it always ends up being 2, 3, maybe even 4 or 5 hours of me playing on World of Warcraft. And not saying that I don't have the same issues happen with Battlefield 4, it's just the match ends and I can hop out. And normally my wife will be like, "Get offline! What are you doing? It's 12:30 at night. You need to go to bed." And I'm like, I don't want to go to bed. But thus is what she does. But I had today off, and even though I do have a bunch of stuff that I need to get done for school, I definitely do have a little bit of free time available right now. So, well, I should say relatively free time. I do have a lot of freaking homework to do. But that's neither here nor there. That's just homework. And homework is essentially just that. I can do it at any time. And I'm more apt to actually do these now than doing homework now, because when my wife gets home, I can't record videos. And well, I suppose I could, but she needs me to do stuff all the time. So, and it appears that the hunter has Pet Tauntaun. So, there we go. So yep, that's really essentially all that's been going on with me in real life, is just real life obligations, a bunch of stuff to get through, a bunch of stuff to do, and has thus led to me not being able to do stuff I enjoy, like playing World of Warcraft. Something that I'm pretty excited about coming up here is that the Halloween event's going to start. So, holy cow, is that going to eat a bunch of my World of Warcraft time. So, and it's not so much that it's going to eat all the time that I have to do World of Warcraft. Well, yeah, it is actually going to be pretty much me running that dungeon on all my level 90s and trying to get that mount. That is definitely going to eat up a huge portion of my time that I can play World of Warcraft. And World of Warcraft's probably going to overtake a bunch of my other priorities at that point, because you know what? I want that mount, and every attempt I have at it, I'm going to take. Unfortunately, though, not all of my level 90s are tanks, so sitting in queue is going to take up a good portion of time also. So there is that as well. So, but I do have an additional day off from work coming up, so that's cool. So this dungeon is very straightforward, pretty easy. I know I haven't ran it on here with you guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and actually run this dungeon. But I don't necessarily have to kill this mob when I do, but I do eventually have to kill it, so I might as well just kill it now. It's kind of my mindset about the whole thing. Now this mob I could have actually skipped, but when I come back out here, there's going to be a bunch of dragons coming up. And with a bunch of dragons coming up and flying around and doing all kinds of damage, I'd rather just have all the aggro and do this very straightforward and simply, if that makes any sense to you guys. So as you can see, I do have full rested EXP, so I'm actually going to... This is pretty much normally how I run my guy. I know in a lot of other videos that I've been doing, I haven't had full rested EXP. So I'm gonna have to... So this little break actually is going to save me some time and actually progressing through here a little bit quicker. So let's see what's going on. So now this room right here, this room coming up rather, you're going to have a ton of ads coming up, and the ads themselves aren't that difficult. They do summon a ghost, and getting too many and pulling the boss. Like if you pull the boss here, you're gonna wipe if you do a big pull of ads, and then you get these ghosts that you just have to heal through, which isn't a big deal overall. But you don't want to over pull and pull the boss. Pulling the boss here is a bad thing. So I try to run over here because they do have fear, and with fear being what it is, you can get some guy to summon in there. And this boss is really tricky as far as low-level bosses go. I've probably wiped more, or had the party wipe more on this boss than any other boss in low-level dungeons. And I'll be honest with you guys, most of that's my fault. Most of the wipes that I've ever had here can be said to be pretty much my fault. I get a little overzealous, as you probably have seen, and pull everybody that I can. So the mechanic here that really hurts you on this boss is he turns one of your party members into, and I don't remember which one it is. So, yep, he turns me into it, which is horrible because I'm obviously doing more damage than anybody else, which means I'm doing more damage than the boss. So, that's definitely a pain. I've actually wiped my entire party when I've got transformed before. So that is relatively a big mechanic to be aware of. And obviously, if you lose your tank during that big pull, it's going to be a bad day. And I say it's going to be a bad day because if you lose your tank, and I've just pulled the entire room and somehow the boss accidentally gets pulled, then you're pretty much SOL because, number one, I don't think I can really take all that damage at level 52. But more importantly than that, what I can't do is I can't actually just take all that damage, and neither can anybody else. Nobody can heal through it. So these are the dragons that I was talking about that get summoned. I want to kill them both at the same time, so gotta aggro them. So these guys are actually going to knock me back. So you can see here, I'm running myself backwards towards the wall so I don't get hit randomly into the middle of nowhere. And somebody's still pulling aggro off me. It appears to just be damage aggro. Although damage aggro doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I don't really know why I'm dropping aggro here. Maybe I'm just not doing enough damage to this specific one and they're targeting him. But yeah, besides that mechanic in the dungeon, this is a really, really super easy dungeon. And it does appear that somebody is still taunting off of me, unless that's a mechanic. Where are you guys going? Why are you not following me? Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going the right way. So, oh, the healer left. Sweet. Don't know why the healer left, but we should be able to make it to the boss at least with self heals, and maybe even take down one of these bosses. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how impatient I want to be. No idea why the healer dropped there. It kind of sucks. Oh, sweet. The one thing I didn't want to have happen, I didn't want to pull them both. So, I wonder if the Death Knight is actually pulling off for me. Or pulling in general. Because, so yeah, we're going to wipe here. Sweet, guys. Well, maybe not. Let's see. We'll see what I can do. It does appear that the Death Knight is pulling. So let's see. Let's see. Do I have any food? I do have some food. So I guess we're going to take a break here so that I can heal up. I don't know if the Death Knight is healing or is pulling or not. I can't really tell. Or maybe it's the Warlock's pet, but whoever was pulling actually pretty much saved the day there. Let's see. So he's in blood form, which is not the form you want to be in if you're DPSing. You don't do a lot of DPS. As far as I know, I don't know of a DPS build there. So we should actually be able to get through the final boss if we got through those guys. So let's see what's going on over here. Got to make sure that the party's coming because we're going to need to maximize our DPS. There he goes. Alright, so we should be able to actually get through this without a healer. So let's see. Let's see if I can do it. So I'm definitely going to need to follow the mechanics to the best way that I can. So going to dot him up for everybody else. He's going to put me to sleep. Or he's put somebody else to sleep, which is fine. It appears that somebody might be healing me because yeah, somebody has to be healing me. I don't know who. Oh, we got a healer. Right at the end. Maybe right before I pulled. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so now all we need to do is teleport out, teleport back in, turn in the quest, and then we can hop into another one. Um, so this is the area where you're going to actually see a lot of Death Knights actually coming out. They've been a non-existent factor in the dungeons up until this point. So they're going to become a lot more present, and you're going to see, as anybody else who has leveled through dungeons at this rate, you're actually going to see. So let's see. Alright, so it appears that they don't want to play. So I'll leave and get a new group. So, yeah. With this being the way it is in the Death Knights, you're definitely going to see a lot more tomfoolery, so to speak. So, be prepared for that. The Death Knights really don't know their class at this point. It's still a very good class to play, even not necessarily knowing it all that well. But it's definitely going to be one of those things that is going to be a little bit downgraded. So, I'm going to pause here and see what's going on with the queue, and I'll restart it up obviously once the queue starts. So yeah, just waiting for a healer. Tanking at this level is definitely a little bit tedious because you have to wait. As you can see here, I've been in the wait queue for almost 5 minutes. Obviously, that's not typical for tanks. This is really the only area where you actually get queue time for tanking. It happens every now and then on off times during World of Warcraft when there aren't all that many people in, but you're definitely going to see a little bit more issues with getting tanks around this area. So it appears that the next questing area I can go to is Swamp of Sorrows. So I think I'm flying over here. Yeah, I'm flying over here. So, So all right. There we go. Here's another dungeon for you guys. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to traverse my way to Swamps of Sorrow. And then I'm gonna definitely need to. Oh, sweet. I like this dungeon. I like playing the whole dungeon. This is not the whole dungeon. This is part of the end. I've actually run this quite a few times, like completely through with groups before. The only thing that kind of sucks about doing this in a pickup group is that they don't want to necessarily stay with you all the way through, especially if you get the early edition of it. You just kind of run through and you're like, oh, hey, already done it after the first boss, and everybody kind of quits out. Or they'll stay with you for a while, and the dungeon's fairly long, so to do it all the way through. So if they leave, you're just kind of SOL. You can't queue up anybody else. Normally you need a tank and a healer to actually get through the entirety of this dungeon. But, overall, you can actually do it. So that is pretty cool. And the first time I did it, my wife, Pandora, was tanking for me, or not tanking. Yeah, she definitely would not be tanking for me. Not because I don't think that she would be capable of it. She doesn't like to tank. She doesn't like to do DPS. She barely likes to heal. So yeah. But with her healing for me, we were able to get through this. The key thing at actually going through this entire dungeon from start to finish would be to have a healer that is willing to do it. And I mean, that's pretty much the only way to do it. With the tank, you can pretty much get through this, but if you lose a healer or a tank in this dungeon, after finishing the first boss, pretty much everybody's going to drop out. So you can go up top or you can go down below and get through this. I always go up top. I don't know why. I think the ads are pretty much about the same as far as getting through it. So we're getting some pretty good DP or EXP through here, so that's always nice. So let's ask if we can. Oh, okay. So that guy actually messaged in the chat saying, "Hey, having issues with my dogs." Otherwise, I was going to vote kick him, and I'm glad I checked before I started that. So let's go ahead and let these guys know that they're going to be on YouTube, so that maybe if they want to... What is going on? Oh, I need to talk to this guy. So this is like fighting the 7 dwarfs. I don't know exactly how many there are. But there are definitely quite a few. But I mean, these guys are pretty simple and easy to kill, so that's always pretty cool. I actually don't mind this dungeon at all, or this boss. It does get a little bit long if we go ahead and were to run the entirety of it, but you know, it's not overly bearingly long. I think it takes like I'd say if you wanted to do this and you had a group of people to dedicate about an hour to doing it. That's, I mean, that's pretty reasonable. I think you can do it faster than that. It usually takes about an hour for me to get through it, and the reason why it takes about an hour to get through it is why is because normally, we start at the beginning, we go all the way through, and we have people drop out. I remember doing this as Recruit a Friend and completely just out-leveled the dungeon while we were in the dungeon. So that was pretty cool. I think it'd be kind of fun to do like a Recruit a Friend video. Let's play and get together with somebody who wants to do Recruit a Friend and go all the way to, I think it goes to 85 now. I'm not sure. I haven't done Recruit a Friend for a long time. But yeah, I think it would be awesome to do Recruit a Friend with somebody and just go all the way through. So if anybody wants or is thinking about starting a new World of Warcraft account, let me know. And we can schedule a time that each of us is available to play. I can help you get full heirlooms, or at least partial heirlooms on a character. And yeah. Now the cool thing is, alright, so this is what we could do for Recruit a Friend. Alright, so either I could start a new account, or you could start a new account. But what we would do is, since it would be linked to your main World of Warcraft account, you can mail heirlooms from one account to another. So you wouldn't even need to, we wouldn't need to get new heirlooms because for you or for me, because we'd have them. If you didn't have full heirlooms, I mean, obviously I could help you with getting the full heirlooms. And yeah, if you want to do that, I'd be more than happy to tank through this for you guys and tank somebody all the way up to level to whatever the Recruit a Friend goes to. Even multiple characters. I don't think it takes that long to get to level 80 with Recruit a Friend. So I think that'd be really fun to do. And certainly if we all have full heirlooms, we would definitely just go like nuts. But the one thing that we'd have to do is we'd have to start at the same starting point, just be partied with each other the entire way through so that somebody doesn't out level the other character, and just do that and have like a dedicated thing. I think, you know what? I think that'd be awesome. Get up with you. What would be even better is if we could get like 5 people together and all do recruit a friend, and thus, we'd have to work out like a scheme of who would recruit who and to where, because to maximize the levels and the free leveling. That would be freaking awesome. What is going on? I did not pull all these guys. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to complain. I don't know how that happened. But we need torches. So it looks like we have 1 torch. Yeah, if we got a full group of people ready or willing to go all the way through, and just had this awesome group of people that would be willing to go through all the way, like 5 people, that'd be even better, because get like 3 good DPS, a good healer. I'd say that I'm a pretty good tank. I don't know, you guys can be the judge of that, but if we did that, we could definitely, like, I would say, I don't know, I think we could, hit level 80 in like no, I'm not going to say 6 hours. Well, let's see. How long do you guys think it would take? That's a good question. So if it normally takes me about 24 hours played to get to level 90, how much time would it take to get to level 80 with Recruit a Friend? I don't know. That's a really good question. So, I received the loot. I bet you we could do it in 10 hours. If that. 10 hours solid play. And I'm not talking about even questing. I'm just talking about straight let's run dungeons. And especially with a dedicated group of people, holy cow, I think we could knock that out in no time. The only thing the only thing that'd be hard about that would be getting the dedicated group of people willing to do it, and getting everybody's schedules on track. So there we go. I was going to tell the heals to do it, but they already did it. So there we go. I don't know. I think I could come up with... I could definitely do it. I was going to say that I could get my wife to do it, but I doubt that I could get my wife to do it. So, only 1 person would be able to do it on their main account, though, which would be the downside. Well, actually, we could get 2 people to be able to do it on their main accounts if we wouldn't be all grouped up together as far as Recruit a Friend goes. But we could still, we'd still all have it. So we could even have 2 people stay on their main account. Obviously, I'd prefer to stay on my main account. I wouldn't mind that. I don't know, how much does it cost to change a character's account? That's a good question. Because it might actually be cheaper just to boost people to level 90 as opposed to doing the Recruit a Friend method nowadays. Although if anybody wants to start a new account, I mean, that's obviously an option. So, but yep. There we go. So this is the final boss here. He's actually fairly simple, and this has taken no time at all to get through this dungeon. But yeah, if anybody is out there thinking about doing Recruit a Friend and would like to get up on TeamSpeak and like make a video playthrough of Let's Play World of Warcraft through Recruit a Friend in a 5-group person, or you know what, even less, if you would like to do it just like one person, you know what, let me know. I think that'd be great. And obviously, you know, and if you're new to the game and you don't have heirlooms, that's really a simple fix. I could, you know, we would definitely knock out getting all the at least EXP buffing heirlooms for you. So, and I'm sure I could get people to help out with that too. We'd have to, honestly, I would want to do the Dark Moon Fair method with you guys, and you know, if we needed to get a new account heirlooms, like you've never played World of Warcraft before, that would definitely be the way to do it. So let's see. So there we go. I think that's it. Did we get a bag? Yeah, we got a bag. I think we finished. Yeah, I think so. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know who pulled what. So let's go ahead and join as a party. We'll do one more dungeon because reasons. If the healer doesn't join, we can still try. We'll see. Oh, yay. Sweet. Not even waiting on a healer. So I think this might be the same dungeon, so that kind of sucks. Yep. That does suck. That definitely does suck. So I don't really want to do this dungeon again. So I guess that's really what needs to be done is outlevel this area before we come back. I don't know what specific dungeon. Let's see. So I think this is Sunken Temple. No, this is Blackrock Depths. So around 47-ish is where we will. I'd say around 55 is where we need to get out of this area. So let's go ahead and reset the data. Alright, so after this, we're going to do questing until we hit like level 55, 56, just so that we don't rerun the same dungeon, because, you know, we definitely do rerun this dungeon if you don't do it that way. So, but yeah, absolutely. Let the new healer know, since everybody else is still in the group, what's going on. So this should actually be a little bit faster this time, since the warlock is going to have his one thing. I think this is a paladin, so let's inspect. No, it's a monk. What are you doing? We definitely did not need that, brother. Oh well, no big deal. These guys are still pretty simple, and they give pretty decent EXP. They give about 1% a level per one, so I mean, they're worth killing anyways. So I'm not too terribly upset about that. Let's go over here, grab these. And it does appear that I've missed some of these guys along the road. So I don't like casters. Casters are the bane of me. I think they're the bane of all tanks. You know, casters are just like, ugh, you gotta make sure that you're near them, doing LOS pulls. Sometimes it's not available. Obviously from up here the LOS pull would not be available. So you know what? Let's go ahead and just pull this guy anyways. Let's see. There we go. We can just pull this whole area. Whatever. No big deal. They give us good EXP anyways. So... And these casters just die like butter on top of it. But yeah, if anybody's watching these and you want to do a recruit a friend power level video from at least 1 to 80, I think they might have modified it to be 85. Then let me know, because that would be freaking awesome. I would definitely enjoy that. And I think you get 60 days of recruit a friend power. So 60 days recruit a friend power is definitely enough time. I think we could knock out, you know, if you really wanted to, I think we could knock out like 4, maybe 5 level 80 characters in that time. You know, as long as our, like, the biggest thing would be, do we normally play at the same time? You know, when can we do it? And then the other issue that I'm going to have is video recording room. So I would definitely have to figure out something to do as far as a different hard drive or something like that to actually record the entire process, because holy cow, would that be an insane amount of video capture. I mean, you're talking about, oh wow, I think like 10 terabytes is what would really need to be done. And and that's not even counting, you know, anything else. So but yeah, that would be a hurdle that I would need to figure out and see what could be done with that. Because it's not so much about the space, because after I render it I can clear it, you know. That's obviously not the issue. The real issue would be, alright, the real issue would be the rendering time to get it off the hard drive, because ultimately I kind of do have unlimited amounts of hard drive space as far as video capture goes, because I don't have to save the rendered video after I upload it. But rendering all that and then uploading all that would be a nightmare. Like, holy cow, would that be a nightmare. Well, and trying... Oh, there we go. I don't know what's going on here. Apparently the Warlock got a little ambitious and wanted to go ahead and pull everything while I was trying to figure out who was supposed to loot the torch. Which is fine. You know, whatever. So I get 1 torch. So we still need another torch. It's not so much that we need it, because this guy over here will have dropped it. We need somebody to loot it. But apparently they're not going to loot it. So he should, no, he does not. Alright, now we can progress through because somebody looted another one. That's the biggest issue right there, is getting people to actually go ahead and loot is really the crucial part of getting this through this zone quickly. That's pretty much it. Other than that, it's very straightforward. You just get 2 torches, come over here, grab these, and away you go. But yeah, so I would go ahead and light it. Oh, nope, I can't because, I'm getting hit by people. So after this torch is lit, we can go. And there we go. I don't know what the warlock is doing. It appears that he likes to pull everything. So, there we go. Alright, now we can progress that we have the entirety of the group. So, alright, let's dot this guy up. One more. And then we should be able to just DPS the crap out of him. Oh my gosh, what is up with these groups and people not wanting to play all the way through? I don't mind if people say BRB, but come on. This dungeon, these last 2 dungeons have had more than its fair share of people BRBing. Well, actually, he was right back, so you can't really hate on that too much. So, there we go. These guys, I wouldn't say that killing these ads are really worth it, so to speak. They're obviously not dropping all that much. So that's a Dark Moon Fair item, I think. I think those cards are. I don't know. I don't, they don't drop all that often. I used to have, like, a bunch of them saved up. I don't know whatever happened to them. I think I tried to sell them and then didn't come on to World of Warcraft for like a month, and my mailbox got emptied, whether they sold or not. So I think we killed the final boss. No, we didn't kill the final boss yet. I got another bag of goodies. Maybe we don't have to come all the way here in this dungeon. Maybe you don't have to kill him. I don't know. I guess we're here anyways. You might as well. It's kind of crazy that the healer... No, the healer. Yeah, the healer's doing more damage than one of the DPSs. Whatever. Oh no, I got another one. Okay, that is definitely worth switching out. And the entire group leaves, so away we go. Didn't quite hit level 54, so that is a little bit disappointing. So let me pause and see where we're at as far as time goes with this video, trying to keep it down to 30 minutes. Definitely run 3 videos. I think we're exceeding that. So 1 second. So yeah, we're at about 45 minutes with this. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna try to get down to the Swamps of Sorrow, and then you know, play that until we hit level 54, and then head over to the Blasted Lands. So the next video will probably cover part of the Swamps of Sorrow, at least until... No, it probably won't, really. I should probably just go straight through to the next zone. So we will see where that leaves me. So... Oh, we're on the edge. So alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is Arjax. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye for now.